All right, hey guys, I'm reporting to you from live from LA, where everything is on fire. All of Malibu's on fire. I'm in Western LA, and I don't know if you can tell. You probably can't tell, but it's orange out here, and there was things floating there. In fact, you could kind of see it in the video if you. I think you just saw one go past me. There's things falling down from the sky. What is that? It's ashes. So it's all over. Man, this is spooky stuff. It's orange out here. And yeah, we put the kids inside and closed all the windows. Look at that. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, anyway, let's hope that our studio's okay too. Okay, so Andrew Gillum has unconceded. And that makes all the sense in the world. He said, I did not have the right information on election night. That is true. He most certainly did not. And now his election is under 50,000 votes, which triggers an automatic recount. That's a machine recount. It would be crazy to say, no, don't recount the vote because what? I had the wrong information on Tuesday night, so we should just stick with it? That makes no sense at all. So how about the conspiracy theories that Rick Scott and Donald Trump are putting out there, that they're like not counting votes but finding votes, in other words doing election fraud, which Rick Scott has basically directly accused quote-unquote liberals of doing. Well, here's the problem with that. The Department of Elections, which reports to Rick Scott, just certified that no, there's no illegality in Broward County. In fact, they've been there since November 7th. So there's a deadline for when the ballots had to come in, and they did. They abided by that deadline, and Department of Elections sent a bunch of people down to Broward County ever since, and they've been checking the polling stations ever since, and reporting back from the monitoring. There is no irregularities or violations of the law. So Rick Scott's the governor of Florida. The Department of Elections reports to him ultimately, and it's his own Department of Elections saying no such thing. So they will recount in Florida, and the Senate race, Bill Nelson versus Rick Scott's even closer. It's now under 15,000 votes. So when you've got all those millions upon millions of votes, 15,000 is statistical tie. And that's why you do, in that case, once you fall under 25,000, you do a manual recount, a hand recount, which you should. Look, if the shoe was on the other foot, that's always how I think about it. Would I think it's okay to recount? Yeah, of course. Is there anything more elementary to a democracy than recounting the vote or counting the vote? I mean, so for example, Kyrsten Sinema took the lead in Arizona. So she came, again, it's not coming from behind, they're just counting late, right? So it appeared that she was down and maybe out, but now she has apparently won. But if they're within the same kind of margin of error and that triggers a law to recount in Arizona, would I be in favor of that, even though the Democrat has won? Of course, just count the vote. I want to know who actually won. It's not that complicated. It doesn't take huge principle to say, yeah, in a democracy, we should make sure we know who won. So that's where we are now. Of course, Donald Trump, in his 88th action against rule of law and democracy, is opposed to that. The Republicans never want to recount because they think, well, we'll lose the recount. So unless, of course, they're losing, in which case they're like, we got to recount right away. It's preposterous. No, you should just follow the law, not complicated. All right, so we'll report back to you guys as those recounts happen, but obviously Gillum has unconceded, and they will go forward with the recount. And if the fire gets any worse, I'll let you know. But it is literally snowing ash out here, so 2 for 1 on this news break.